Hello friends, Music Man here, and yeah, I haven't done a video in a while. Don't know what happened. Time got away from me. First I went on a vacation to Maui, Hawaii, and that's what I'm going to talk about here. And then secondly, I'll do a second video and I'm going to talk about the start of the school year. And hopefully this will be helpful to you. You'll enjoy it, and maybe you'll get a few chuckles. So here we go. Maui. So we've been saving for my wife's 25th anniversary. My wife and it was really her 25th anniversary. If you're a normal guy like me, you don't really, has it been 25 years? Then they want to kill you. Yeah, so we went to Maui. My daughter graduated from college. My other daughter graduated from high school. And my in-laws had their 50th wedding anniversary. So, how do we celebrate? We went to Maui. Now, there's two types of vacationers when you go on vacation. Two types. I find the airplane flight quite exhilarating. I'm not the best flyer because was sitting by the window looking at a prop and seeing it wobble a little bit and wondering, is that normal? Is that normal for that prop to be, moving like that? That's kind of weird. And then I saw the panel, and the Phillips screw heads looked like they'd been worn off. And I'm not saying what airline it was. I'm just saying that my wife had to finally just shut the window because I kept looking out there going, okay, when are we landing this thing? And then when we get on the big jets, the 737s, I'm just fine. I just fall asleep. They're nice, And so we got to Maui. There's some vacationers that they look at a brochure or something and they want to suck the marrow out of the bone. They want to enjoy the island. Gone on a vacation with any people like that? Now my wife was really nice to me this time because that is not the kind of vacationer I am. I actually envision sitting on a nice warm beach, drinking a virgin pina colada, and my toes in the sand, with the ocean quietly breaking onto the sands. Now there's some people that they get there and they go, we need to do zip lining, we need to go hiking, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to get on a boat, we need to go to the most expensive dinners we can, we need to do this, all this stuff. That ain't me. Now, I have to say I was surprised the first morning how early it ended up. I mean, I felt like I was Harrison Ford in that movie Witness, 4 a.m., time for milking. I was like, I'm on vacation. I'm not ready to go out snorkeling or, paddleboarding this early in the morning. But here we went. We went paddleboarding, and it's hard. Man. Wow, was it hard. Oh. The lady was a great teacher. She was. But she said, you can't look at your board. You have to look out. And you have to keep your arms perfectly straight. And so I kept my arms perfectly straight. And I would still. The ocean would move. And I'd be whoop, off the board. I felt like I was doing pull-ups. Getting back on the board. I must have got back on the board 200 times. My ribs were getting sore. And my wife, my daughter they were doing pretty good. I mean, they would sit down on the board, whatever. But not me. I had to fall with grand style because I fight it to the end. I can stand, and I fell, But it was beautiful. The sea turtles were over there looking at me. Oh, you gonna make it? They were looking at me and they were kind of like, hey, okay. Maybe you need to stay on land, might be best for you. So I was just happy at the end with the paddle boarding. Now, I might like to try it on a lake sometime, but I'll talk to you about certain things you should rent. And one thing I would never buy is a paddleboard. It's where I live. My ship ain't coming in, let's just say that. There's no water around me. I have to drive for like an hour and a half to get to a lake. And so there you go. My experience with, paddle boards. Anyway, it was really nice. The condo we stayed in was very nice, even though my in-laws picked up the tab for us. It was beautiful and really nice where we were. We were on the southern part of Maui, and it was beautiful down there, and I enjoyed it. One of my favorite activities was shuffleboard. I like shuffleboard. It was free, and it's easy, and doesn't take much effort. Just kind of push that black puck with the stick, and there you go. Now, there's lots of ways to save money on vacation, and one of them is actually when you go on a vacation to vacate, to relax, to enjoy the island, to walk around at all, and look at the beauty of the island. I don't need to go on no helicopter rides. I don't need to go on airplane rides. I don't need to be taken out on boats. That's just all extra expense. I just want to, there's plenty on the island to do. It was weird when we were driving up the road to Hana, and the road to Hana is like Nausea road. It goes back and forth, and if you're not driving, you're like, can we just pull over and breathe? Because you're going back and forth, back and forth. It looks like a seismograph, And so you ride that road, and we got up halfway through the road, and they said, can't go any further, folks. 360 inches of rain, and things have been washed out, and it's really dangerous. You need to turn around and go back. And we were like, I was like, yeah, a win for me. Yeah, I loved it. Except we did walk up this one trail, and the natives were jumping into this water in the state I live, Montana. If you jump in that kind of water, you will die. It's called undercurrents and riptides. And these kids were jumping in this water with it really fast and dangerous. And I'm like, there goes another one. He's got to be dead. But they somehow got out and they came out. But it's on the news every day. Another native today died when he jumped in water. And he broke his neck because he shouldn't have been jumping in that water. And some of the people that come there participate, not me. I'm like, okay, that's nice. Suicidal people, let's go back to the car. I like the car. The car's nice. Yeah. Nice car. We rented a Chrysler 200. I was really surprised by this car. Consumer Reports says it's absolutely garbage, but it was a nice car. I liked it. I enjoyed the car. I thought it was nice enough. I mean, it had that. I got used to that rear view thing in the middle. What's that called? It's like it shows the rear, and you just have to look side to side, and it shows what's behind. A rear view camera. I'm not used to that. I drive an '86 Toyota pickup, so that was a new experience for me. I really enjoyed that. My favorite place was taking a nap in the afternoons in the condominium. And my wife and I had a blow up about that because I like my naps. Anyone else can you tell me, do you like your naps? It's weird. When you're a kid, you cry because you have to take a nap. When you're my age, you cry when you miss your nap. I'm like, I'm just ready to go back to the condo and lay down under the air conditioning and enjoy the air conditioning and just feel the cool and just sleep for a little while and then wake me up for dinner. So we kind of ate our breakfast and our lunches in, and then we'd go to a nice dinner in the evening, and oh, that was great. Luau, I enjoyed it a lot. Some of the food was spectacular. Their desserts, I don't know what that was, but that ain't dessert. They gave me like this coconut square thing. I don't know what it is. And you eat it, and it's like something you would eat at like an old folks home or something. There's like no taste. A little bit of coconut, and it's not creamy or anything. I don't even remember what they called it. I call it coconut disaster. It's like, I think we've gotten a lot better over the years at creating desserts. Cold Stone right over there across the street from this luau makes much better desserts than this. But it's got to be natural, I guess. I'm not. But the dancing was fantastic. I enjoyed that. Them telling the story of the island and all that. That was really fun. The boys coming out very scantily dressed really amused my daughters. They got a big kick out of that. I don't know why. They got a big, they got a roar out of it. The hula is very, very cool and fascinating. I enjoyed that part. The price, holy moly. you know. No wonder people get sauced at those things. Now, I don't drink, but there are some people there, oh, I'm getting my money's worth. You know, because you pay over $100 for this thing, and yeah, you feel like, well, this coconut dessert isn't very good. Here, any dogs under the table? So it was a very, very nice time. I enjoyed it. We looked at our budget when we got back, and we were amazed. We spent only $3,500 to take 4 to Maui and back. Well, and that's the in-laws helping with the condo. So yeah, you're saying $3,500 to go to Maui? Can it be done? Yeah, it can. It can. It's amazing. And then my wife, the day before we stayed there 13 days, and she was like, aren't you sad we're going back? You know, wouldn't you like to stay here on the island? And I was like, no. I'm like, I'm ready to go home. I like my bed. I like my home. Am I the only one? I mean, the condo's nice, but come on. Is there anything more comfortable than your own home and your own bed? Do you like living like that? Who does? So, my wife was nice to me. She let me enjoy the vacation my way. Now, her and the girls ran out to do things, and I got the phone call, woke me up from my nap in the afternoon. Honey, you have to take our daughter to the emergency room. What is it? She stepped on a sea urchin. She's got spine things stuck in her foot. Great. So I take her over to this urgent care or whatever. My wife was trying to call me to get an update, so to get her to leave me alone, I just said, honey, you're going to have to call back. She's in shock. She passed out. I'll get back to you. She walked down to the urgent care. Yeah, you're wondering right now, how do you not get murdered? That's a good question. How do I not get murdered? So the flight back was nice. There's nothing like coming home. I like home. Home is comfortable. It's nice. It's cheap. I know where to get the best bargains. I know what I like to eat. So yeah, I'm a lame-o. What can I say? But remember, in the past, I'm in a new phase of my life, and that's where I'm trying to save money. And so I tried to do my best. I didn't walk around every time. How much does that cost? Can we afford that? How much is that? Can we afford that? It's in the budget. We budgeted this much to do this. I was like, okay, all right. So the Chrysler 200 was a surprise. It was nice. Paddleboarding was nice. The snorkeling is always wonderful in Hawaii. You see all these yellow and blue and sea turtles galore. You look at them and they don't care that you're there, and they're, you know, beautiful creatures, and the big tail is the males and the small tail is the females. And so I like the sea turtles. I really liked the entire vacation experience. And when I got back, I was immediately thrust into starting my school year. And I'll talk about that next. Coming right at you, Music Man from his upstairs, because we're still in the process of finishing some stuff downstairs. Have any questions about vacation and how you can save money? Ask me. Because it is true. That's my wife showed me in our checkbook. That's why we spent like $3,500 to take 4 people to Maui and have a good time. And we came back, and my wife got to do what she wanted to do, run around, and I got to do what I wanted to do. Beaches and napping. It worked out. It was great. Talk to you again in a little bit. Music Man signing off. Take care, future millionaires. Bye.